This is a production of PBS Charlotte.
The following episode of Charlotte, a City of International Success, is brought to you by Central Piedmont Community College and viewers like you. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Dr. Maha Gingrich. Coming up next on Charlotte, a City of International Success, I will interview Dr. Shah and Mrs. Shah, and we're going to talk about the importance of treating a person as a whole, which is called integrative medicine. Stay with us. Welcome to Charlotte, a City of International Success. I'm Dr. Maha Gingrich. Today our guests are Dr. Amit Shah and his wife Shilpa Shah. And Dr. Amit Shah is the co-founder of Integra Wellness Center, and Mrs. Shah is the finance manager. So welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you, and I am so excited about this topic because integrated wellness, I think, has become a hot topic because of the way our lives are changing. So, but before we get into all that information, I would like to know, you both obviously are from India.
Yes.
You know, I cannot take that for granted because I have interviewed some people, their names are Patel, they were not from India. You know, so, but you both were born in India. What part of India were you born?
In Ahmedabad, Gujarat.
Ahmedabad, that is west.
West, yes.
Oh, okay. What about you?
Yeah, same city, city of Ahmedabad in the western part of India, in the state of Gujarat. And Ahmedabad is the biggest city in the state of Gujarat.
But you both were born there, but obviously you didn't know each other from childhood, right?
No.
Okay, I just want to check. Yeah, just want to check on that. So obviously then, did you, Dr. Shah, come from a big family, small family?
No, we are from small family and very modest and humble beginning. I would say, you know, from the lower middle class family, and my dad and had one brother, and he actually, both of them, my dad and my uncle, were born, and their mother. So my grandmother died at the age of 3. When my dad was age 3. So, you know, I have some memory about my grandfather.
Wow.
And my grandfather actually died when I was 9.
How many siblings do you have?
I have one brother and one sister, and both are in India.
Oh, okay. What about you? You have a big family, small
Oh
family?
yeah, we have a big family.
Yeah?
Half the town is my family.
How many brothers and sisters?
We are three sister and one brother.
3 sisters and 1 brother. Okay, okay.
Yes.
Well, that's not too bad. You know, coming from the same background here a little bit. So obviously your education was in India.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Wow.
All the way to medical school, and also after medical school, I did the post-graduation training, residency training in internal medicine, also in India. And then I also practiced actually in India for 2 years.
Before you go for your practice, is that something that you always wanted to do, or is it something that I do know that in India definitely most of the professions that people say that's going to support you are going to be either medical fields, engineering fields, becoming a lawyer. So is that something that your family said you should be doing, or is it something you wanted to do?
No, for our family, education was very important.
Okay.
But as I was growing up, I wanted to make a difference in the people's lives. And therefore, healthcare and medical field was the right field for me. So as I was growing up, you know, one of my cousin brother is architect, another cousin brother is civil engineer. Okay. You know, my uncle is a chartered accountant. So I had exposure to different profession.
Okay.
But based on my liking, you know, I thought medical field is good because it gives me a nice window into the transaction of the society, and we can make a difference. So that was kind of my idea
I think, you know, I mean, here medical fields are very, very expensive. So is it the same in India when you were growing up? I mean, I know nowadays it's a little bit different.
No, when we were growing up, medicine or medical colleges were funded and supported by government.
Oh,
So, but the admission into the medical school were extremely difficult.
okay.
And it would be like out of 100,000 students,
Yeah.
only 100 students
Oh, wow.
will be able to get in. And the admission
medical
was purely on the merit basis. And that's why, you know, education and studying was one of the very important thing for us. I mean, I remember, you know, studying for more than 18 hours a day before the exam for months actually.
18 hours a day.
18 hours a day,
That's
yes.
a lot.
So it's kind of a, you know, somewhat sleep, eating, and then, you know, studying. So that really was very competitive because, you know, all the admissions were on merit based. But once we are in the medical school,
Yeah.
most of it is supported by government. So
Okay.
we did not have to spend much money. And that is so important because,
Yeah.
you know, we were primarily from the humble family
Yeah,
and we
and,
would not otherwise able to
expensive.
afford the medical school. But from the government support,
Yeah.
you know, we were able to finish the medical school.
Wow, that's amazing. And then I know before the show when we were talking, you also said that women actually in those days, it was free for
Free
them.
education for women.
Free education, college, higher education.
Yes.
That's right.
That is absolutely amazing
Yes,
in your
yes.
state. I mean, that is incredible.
It is.
Education was given so much important over there.
And what degree did you finish?
I became BCom.
BCom is
commerce.
bachelor's in commerce?
Commerce, yes.
Oh, that's perfect. No wonder you're into all financials and business strategies.
That's right.
So well, that's amazing to me that in education, I know, especially med school, it is so expensive. And here we have the biggest debt when people pursue,
Yes.
you know, med school. So after that, you said you were actually, you know, practicing there. So obviously now, did you get married by then? When did you
Yes.
get married?
Yes.
Yeah, when he was studying.
Aha.
When I was in doing the post graduation, you know, we met through our friends actually, and a mutual friend. So we got married. I finished my post graduation, and then I actually briefly went to the big city, Mumbai, to get some more experience, and then came back in the city of Ahmedabad and practiced for 2 years. And then she had helped me, you know, establishing the practice, administrative aspect of the practice,
How was
financing.
that for you, doing the administration of his private practice,
Yes,
right?
I wanted to help him whichever way I can do it because that was good.
Yeah. Well, you know, I always wonder about this kind because what you're looking at is not only a life partners, but also in some way business partners, you know, and it becomes a family business. When it becomes a family business, it's also 24/7.
Yes.
And it
yeah.
was tough
So
for
did
her.
you have children?
Yes, yeah. When he was, my older one was born over there, and he was there. But there was support also, for family support,
That's
and
so
yes,
important.
yes, there was family support, and we did it.
Sometimes you look back and you go, oh my God,
Yes,
we actually
yeah,
did it,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, that is amazing to me. So after that practice now, what did you do?
After practicing, I was still not satisfied, and one of the reason is that I know while in medical school and post graduation, all the knowledge actually was born either in the England or some of the Western country, mostly in United States. All our medical books are written here. So I wanted to actually see the source of the knowledge. And so even though I was practicing, I was still not satisfied in the professional or academic way.
Okay.
And I always wanted to go out and experience that. And that's what brought me out of India primarily. And initially I went to England for 6 months before coming here.
You went to England just to explore things?
Yeah, again, so England, I
Just wondering, from Ahmedabad or Bombay, and then you go to England,
One of my friend was in England, so I knew how the healthcare system works there.
Okay.
There was a possibility of admission into one of the hospitals.
Okay.
So I got an opportunity, and I took that opportunity.
I got you.
However, I still was not satisfied because I wanted to go to the source. This is where, in the United States is where the medical knowledge, the
Yeah.
Western medical knowledge really is through the research, through the academics. Most of our books are written by the authors who are actually practicing medicine here or teaching medicine here.
Wow.
So that was the kind
you've been
of
exposed to it from the time you were pursuing med school.
Yes, yes.
So, that's amazing. But at the same time, now for you, you ended up in England with him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, with one kid.
With one kid. New culture?
Definitely new culture.
Probably
new society.
transportation wasn't that big in those days.
Yes, everything, all the challenges. We went through all the challenges, leaving the whole family in India
Yeah.
with one kid, he being busy, learning the system over there. And by then I learned and we came over here. So then it was again another challenge.
Oh, wow. It is, because people don't think about that sometimes, because you came from a different culture altogether.
Yes.
Then you go into a brand new country, brand new culture. Even if you can speak English, that's not the point.
Yes.
The culture is very different. Then probably transportation.
Transportation is different,
Schooling,
system is
children.
different. Yeah.
You're on your own, you said.
Yes, yeah, he was busy doing residency.
Yeah.
So he was very busy. It's kind of a single mom.
Yeah,
Working.
absolutely. No, very true. People don't realize that, So it's like they call them football widows out here, and that's not the reason you're doing it. Yours is more on the professional side.
Yes.
And I love what you just said a few minutes ago. Is you wanted to support him no matter what.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and I think he's very fortunate to have that kind of support and lifestyle.
Very true, very true. She has always trusted my judgment,
Yeah.
vision, even through the difficulties and challenges, as you rightly mentioned, new country, new culture, new place, weather different. So there are a lot of different challenges.
I forgot about the weather side.
Exactly. I mean, really, the winters we had not seen in India, and so there was a lot of challenges. But I think her trust and persistence, patience, I think has supported my academic career all along, including practice and whatnot.
When did you come to United States, and where in the United States did you come to?
So I came to United States in June of 1992.
Oh, okay.
And according to the medical system and laws here, we have to undergo the training again. So the training which I already had in India, 3 years of residency training, I underwent again.
Oh,
And
I
I was
see.
in Northeast, first year in New York, and
Wow.
then rest of the time in Connecticut. So I was trained in one of the Yale University affiliated program in Bridgeport, Connecticut. But it gave me the depth, the experience which I needed, I wanted.
Yeah.
I saw this from the source. So it was so satisfying professionally and academically.
And that's what you've been seeking.
That's what I've
all
been
the way
seeking
through,
all
and then
along.
just the
That's right.
dream comes true.
Exactly.
You come all the way,
Exactly.
and then you actually not only just read the books, but you get to implement what you have read and learn the system.
Exactly. And Yale University professors were the one who had written some of our chapters of the book. So meeting the authors and meeting those physicians is so satisfying.
exciting.
Exactly. It was really challenging but still fun. I never felt this as part of kind of a punishment or anything like that.
Yeah.
There was challenge, but all the time there was a fun involved. And we had friends who were also of the similar wavelength. So we really enjoyed all along. And of course, difficulty Shilpa faced was there, but her trust in my capabilities and my vision was very important all along.
Obviously, because that gives you the encouragement,
Encouragement,
and then also a vision that you mutually share to
Exactly.
make it all happen. You know, it's hard work. It's not like something just comes to you just because you have a medical degree, you know. It's much more to it.
It is
So
hard
what,
work.
What degree, I mean, what practice did you end up doing now?
So the training was in internal medicine, which is primary care actually.
Okay, I know. There's so much vocabulary here. I think our viewers will appreciate it because we have family medicine, then primary care,
Pediatrics,
and then
family medicine,
yeah, family medicine,
internist,
internal medicine.
Right.
Okay, so you are
internist.
internist.
Yes.
Okay, what does that mean to us?
So the internal medicine practice primarily is on the mostly adults.
Adults
But-
only.
Yeah, adults only, but the training is slightly deeper
Okay.
than the family medicine. Family medicine can be a pediatric age group, OB/GYN problems, so female problems, as well as adults.
Gotcha.
So family medicine covers the wider age group,
Okay.
but the training is less depth than the internal medicine.
I have.
So when we say primary care includes primarily 4 different branches. One is the
So-
pediatrics, which is mainly for children. They treat
Right.
everybody age
Pediatrics,
16,
I think
yeah.
everybody understands.
Everybody understands.
You know, so internal medicine, basically you're saying is primarily for treating adults in
Yes.
depth.
Yes.
Okay. Here you are. You came to Charlotte. When did you come to Charlotte again?
1998.
1998 you came to Charlotte.
Yes.
You obviously practiced your medicine. Because I only have few minutes, I really want to talk about this incredible understanding of whole person treatment.
Yes,
That is the integrated medicine.
that's right.
Please talk to me about this particular aspect, because the more and more, including myself, a lot of people don't want to just take medicines.
Yes.
You know, they want to understand themselves. They want to understand other ways of managing it. And then I see more and more doctors talking about it at this point in time. So you have started this business, this practice, and tell me about this practice and tell me about what is it, and then obviously you are the finance manager for that. So talk to me about this particular practice.
So the integrative medicine is something which is the emerging, what I call modern medicine, where all the different modalities of treatments, regardless whether it is allopathic or Western medicine, homeopathy, Ayurveda, Chinese medicine, acupuncture, they all have some good aspects of it. And integrative medicine kind of combines the usefulness of all different modalities of healthcare system all across the globe. Now the reason is that the Western medicine is very good. It has done tremendous research. It has really helped overall human society a lot. It has helped in increasing the life expectancy, but it is still mainly focused on the disease and the symptoms.
Okay.
While it is less focused on the prevention and the health.
I see.
What I mean by health, the actual definition of health is well-being. It's not merely the absence of disease. So we have to then keep in mind about body, mind and spirit. And the
Okay.
current system of allopathic Western medicine is not addressing person as a whole.
Okay.
And so then now in last 10-15 years, the modern medicine here, medical establishment here have started realizing why whatever the being practiced is still limiting, and why we need to look at the person as a whole, because more focus on prevention
Yeah.
is going to not only give the true health, but it also will reduce the healthcare cost. Currently,
That's huge.
that is huge.
Equation, right? Part
that's
of
a
the
huge-
equation there.
Exactly. So currently, as you know, healthcare cost
Yeah.
is 17% of GDP, which is as much as almost a defense expense or military expense. So
Oh, wow.
in fact, in next decade, healthcare cost is going to bypass even the defense or military expenses.
Oh,
so it will be
So this is important because I
so
may
it is
only
very,
have
very
few more
important.
minutes, 5 minutes.
And therefore, integrative approach, in fact, the studies have been done
Yeah.
that whenever there are integrative approaches are taken in the healthcare field, we have been able to reduce 25 to 30% of the healthcare cost.
Wow,
So
that's
that is
a
number.
large
That's a lot.
amount.
So exactly, that is number one. The second part is it's not only addressing the disease, but because it is addressing the prevention, it is addressing the overall well-being, and therefore the quality of life, which is very important, which is the actually can be ultimate aim of any society or government.
It's the quality of life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So therefore, I was practicing internal medicine.
Yeah.
I was still not satisfied because after doing so many diagnostic studies, giving medication, patients were still not feeling better in terms
Okay.
of society, in terms of mind and body and spirit. So therefore, I thought only internal medicine is not enough, and I
Yeah.
wanted to go one step forward. Fortunately, a lot of other physicians like you probably might be knowing Deepak Chopra or
They all
Andrew
are going
Wells.
into the
They
same
have
path.
actually
Yeah.
started this concept long time,
Yeah.
but now it is getting more
Coming
and
together.
more coming together, and more people are actually want also integrative approach.
So tell me quickly, Mr. Shilpa, as to what are the things, because I know you said you had a lot of challenges in your life,
Yes.
personal. Obviously, this has come together for you, and then now you're again a business partner doing the financial management. So what are the things on the alternative side that you're, for the integrative medicine, that you all are offering?
We are doing yoga,
Yoga?
yeah, massages over at our office.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and the healing touch is there.
Oh,
And
wow.
The nutritional aspect.
nutrition, food also plays a important role. So we are incorporating all those things.
Like vegan
Yes.
cooking and all
Yeah.
that.
How to make life better? That's where.
Yeah, from inside out.
Yes, inside out.
From inside
yes, the
out.
quality of the life. How it can improve the quality of life.
Quality of life.
Yes.
So you also, what else do you have? Anything else?
So other than the traditional practice, we also do research in the Integra
wow.
Wellness Center.
That's great.
And the research is traditional as well as what we call integrative research. That means the research on the herbs or certain essential oils, essential fatty acids, and how it can be helpful to different disease processes.
You know, you told me just before the show, in like maybe 1 minute, tell me about this, why essential oils, how it opens up your brain channels. Can you quickly describe that?
And it's called aromatherapy. So the fragrance, the essential oil, the fragrance which it gives, it actually through smell or olfactory nerve, it affects the limbic system of the brain, which is one of the most important system. It is kind of a emotional filter of the brain. So all our thought processes has to pass through that our emotional barrier or filter, which is called limbic system. And the essential oil through the aromatherapy modify the limbic system. Example is jasmine or lavender. These are the very popular essential oils.
Yeah.
When people smell
You feel
jasmine,
good, but you
feel
don't know
good
why you're
about
feeling
it.
good.
But the reason is because, you know, through the smell, the limbic system is altered, and that's why it also promotes healing. It is very good for certain respiratory condition. It is very good for anxiety, depression. So
I think it is so important right now because there's so many even veterans coming home with traumatic brain injuries, PTSDs,
Right.
and I think an integrative medicine approach like this is so essential.
so
to
essential. And aromatherapy in form of essential oil
Yeah.
can definitely complement, cure some of these anxiety, depression, PTSD kind of situation, or TBI, which is traumatic brain injury.
Yeah.
And therefore, aromatherapy is very much part of the integrative medicine. So in addition to research, aromatherapy, yoga, there is another component what is called manual therapy. Manual therapy means chiropractic as well as massage therapy. Then there is a field of Ayurveda, which is the old Indian healthcare system. Ayurveda means knowledge of life, and it looks at the whole person, and therefore it is very important for chronic conditions as well as prevention. Then there is the Chinese medicine and acupuncture. These are all very important, helpful, different modalities of treatment coming together under one roof and implementing that in our practice is
With regular medicine.
With regular medicine. So regular medicine is very good for acute symptoms, acute disease process when there is an emergency, but for prevention and for chronic conditions like chronic back pain, recurrent migraine headaches, anxiety, depression, feeling fatigue, fibromyalgia,
Yeah.
all those conditions are such where other alternative therapy modalities are extremely useful.
Wow.
You name it, yoga, the diet itself is so important.
Right,
That
that's
food
what
is
you were
very
saying.
much,
What you
very
eat.
much part of integrative therapy. In fact, from Ayurvedic point of view, diet is what you are, meaning thereby it says you are what you eat, and therefore diet is extremely important as a part of integrative therapy. And we have a nutritional studio as a part of our Integra Wellness Center, where a nutritional assistant is coming every day cooking fresh food.
Oh wow, I like
And-
that. I should show up at
Yes.
your clinic.
And what Shilpa has done, Shilpa has implemented these not only in the center but even at our home.
Wow,
So we
that's-
got rid of refined sugars, almost 4
So
years
you're
ago.
really learning how to live healthy.
Yes.
And I'm out of time, but I am so excited to hear about this. I think that whole body, whole person treatment is what almost everybody is looking for.
Yes.
And then you are giving us an opportunity to learn different aspects that the world has, bring the global knowledge to one place, and then really help people who need it. And it has been absolute joy to talk to both of you on this very, very important topic. And thank you, both of you, Dr. Shah and Mrs. Shah,
Thank
for
you
being
so
on our
much.
show. And thank you for watching Charlotte, a city of international success. I'm Dr. Maha Gingrich. Please join us again next time, right here on WTVI PBS Charlotte.
A production of PBS Charlotte.